Back at home in the UK, carrot cake was one of those coffee shop staples, but honestly, a lot of them were dry. This one is different. It's made with oil instead of butter, a good splash of golden syrup, and just the right amount of sugar. There's a generous mix of warm spices going on there, and the icing is where it gets interesting. It's spiked with fresh lime. It's zesty, moist, and ridiculously Moorish. So if you've ever been disappointed by a dry, claggy carrot cake, then this one might just redeem it for you. I like to weigh out all of the ingredients first. I just find it makes everything smoother and less stressful once we start mixing. We've got two types of flour: the sugar, the golden syrup, the spices, the eggs, the oil, and of course the carrots. And they're just being grated in a box grater. Now we've measured up all of our ingredients for the cake mixture. All we have to do is fold them through together nicely, and that's good to bake. And now we're combining everything, starting with the dry ingredients, both the flours, the bicarbonate soda. We're whisking those eggs now. The golden syrup goes in there, the olive oil goes in there, which is going to keep it beautifully moist. And we give that a really good mix around, get everything off the sides until it's a smooth cake mixture. Then we will fold in all of that nice freshly grated carrot, and then just finally mix that through one last time. And she's good to go. Now onto a baking tray. Go to silicone muffin pans, and we're going to fill each one with 6 cupcake cases. This basically makes cleanup much easier. They're non-stick. All of the sides will be perfect, no fuss. All right, so this is a really neat and tidy way to fill up these cupcake cases. So I've got one piping bag, and I'm just going to fold this over my fingers like that. And then just a couple of ladles full of the carrot cake mix. You need enough space to tie this up. We're going to cut off about 1 inch. We're going to use our thumb and index finger to stop the mixture coming out when we need it to stop. Filling up about 2/3 full. Go around all of the cupcakes again and just use up all of that mixture to make sure we fill all of them evenly, and give it a quick shake to even them out even further. Check that the oven is preheated to 170, which it is, and then these can go in to bake for around 20 minutes. While those are baking, we're going to make our superb icing. So we've got 80 grams of icing sugar, 250 grams of soft cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of that tasty vanilla extract, and this is the secret ingredient. It's 2 limes, zested and juiced. These ones were pretty juicy, so I didn't need to use a fork to extract any juice. That juice gives it an amazing acidity and cuts through the sugar really wonderfully. So squeeze every drop of that lime and then give that a good mix. You can either use an electric beater or you can just use a spoon, but make sure it's nice, silky and smooth. Our lovely spiced cakes are coming out now. There's a slight spring to the touch, which indicates that they're cooked. And I'm going to be testing that with a knife as well. So when a sharp knife comes out clean, like you can see there, that's also an indication that they're completely cooked. They'll go onto a cooling rack for about 15 minutes before we can start icing them. Now it's time to ice these babies. I'm using a piping bag just for a bit of precision, really. Make a small hole in the bottom, a couple of scoops, not too much. Twist that down and make sure there's no air left inside, because you want to apply a bit of pressure to the top of the cake. This will give you control as to where to spread the icing, but you will need to practice on a couple of these, so don't expect to get it right first time. It's a slow and controlled level of pressure that you want to apply on this piping bag to get that perfect round shape on the top of the cakes. Now I'm dusting some cinnamon really finely over the top of these cakes just as a final touch. And for the grand finale, let's cut one open. And look at that texture. It's soft, rich, and full of spice. Okay, the icing's done on these, so let's give it a try. The cake itself is so moist because of the golden syrup and the oil instead of the butter. Keeps everything really moist and stops it from drying out. And then you've got those really nice spices coming through, the vanilla's coming through from the cake. You've got the nutmeg, the cinnamon, and the cloves coming through in the flavour. The vanilla's coming through. The golden syrup, it's dark, it's rich, it's moist, it's really delicious. Then you've got the icing on top. It's sharp with the lime juice, but it's balanced out with the sugar with the vanilla. Yeah, I recommend this one. If you've ever had a bad experience with carrot cake, give this one a try. It might just change your mind. To support the channel, you can like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thank you.